Now to the latest on the Michael Jackson investigation. His family has not wasted any time going on the offensive, trying to protect his estate. CBS News correspondent Ben Tracy is live at the Jackson family compound in Encino, California, with the latest this morning. Good morning, Ben.
Good morning, Maggie. Here at the Jacksons' house, they are waiting on funeral plans until they know exactly how Michael Jackson died. But as you say, that has not stopped his parents from making a series of legal moves. Investigators removed plastic bags of evidence from Michael Jackson's rented mansion Monday, some of it medication. The Jackson family is waiting for final results from the private autopsy they commissioned, but they have received an oral report.
It's the same as what the LA County coroner did, that there is no indication of a heart attack, that there is no aneurysm, that there's no accumulation of fluids around the lungs.
A lawyer for Michael Jackson's doctor says the singer's children asked and were allowed to see his body after he died. Meanwhile, in a flurry of legal moves, Jackson's 79-year-old mother, Catherine, was appointed a special administrator of her son's estate. She was also granted guardianship of his 3 children. Both orders are temporary.
This is where it belongs. We're the parents, and we got other kids of their size. They love those kids.
They love their grandma, and she is undoubtedly the best person to look after them.
But it's not that simple. Michael Jackson's former wife, Debbie Rowe, is the mother of 2 of the children, and experts say if she wants custody, the grandparents will have an uphill legal battle, especially given claims by Michael Jackson himself that he was abused as a child.
There certainly are claims of abuse by these people, namely Michael Jackson's parents, who are coming in and saying, we want custody of these young children.
As for Jackson's youngest son, known as Blanket, legal documents list his mother as none, further complicating the case. Now, Michael Jackson's parents believe that he died without a valid will. However, a former attorney of Jackson says that the singer did in fact have a will that he signed in 2002. The Wall Street Journal is reporting this morning that that will splits Michael Jackson's assets between his mother, his 3 children, and a couple of charities. Now, the lawyer who says he has that will says he plans to present it to the court within the next 30 days. Maggie?
CBS's Ben Tracy in Los Angeles. Thank you so much, Ben. Joining us also from LA is Jackson family attorney Brian Oxman. Good morning, Mr. Oxman.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for joining us. Let's begin with that 2002 will that the Wall Street Journal is reporting divides Michael Jackson's assets among his mother, his children, and charities. There is no mention of Joe Jackson. What can you tell us about that will, or any will for that matter?
Catherine Jackson has filed a petition in the court in Los Angeles saying that they have not seen any will, and no one that I know of has ever seen the will, so we simply don't know. That will be presented in time. I think that it's a little slow in being presented, but if it is Michael's will, certainly that's got to be his desires, it's got to be his case. But as of this moment, no one has seen the will or even knows about it.
Catherine Jackson, Michael Jackson's mother, whom we're looking at, was granted temporary custody of Michael's 3 children yesterday. Again, Brian, no mention of Joe Jackson. Is it safe to assume that Michael Jackson did not want his father, whom he very publicly accused of abuse, to control neither his estate nor his children? And are they concerned that a judge will take that into account?
Joe Jackson has been one of the most interesting members of the Jackson family, probably only second in controversy to Michael Jackson. He is a good man. I like him, and he has been kind and generous to his entire family. Michael loved his father, and I want that to be known throughout all of time. He loved his dad. And all of the controversies, I think, need to be set aside at this point. And the one thing that needs to be remembered is Michael loved his dad, Joe.
Well, we don't hear him mentioned either in this reported will. He wasn't granted custody. We heard Michael Jackson accuse him of abuse. You're telling us about this great love, but the public might say, I've heard comments to the contrary.
Sure, no question about it. We hear all kinds of things to the contrary, but that's just part of the storm that's surrounded Michael Jackson's life. I mean, it's an unbelievable description of a storm. I only know what I saw. I only know the conversations and the dealings that I saw, and that is that Michael loved his dad. And the fact that he wouldn't be mentioned in a will is not all that surprising. He had a great relationship with his mother, and I think that you have to take it on face value.
Okay, we have to leave it there. Brian Oxman, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.